Ahoy, landlubbers, it's me, your Captain Vasco speaking. It is still Spooktober, and having completed 2 games last Saturday in what seems to me now like a fever dream, it's officially spooky stream time. Last night we started playing a game called Strangeland, and even had some of the people who worked on the game show up in chat, which was incredible. A lot of fun. And the game is great. I enjoyed that a lot. And we got probably at least one more stream out of it. I don't know. I think I did a search on time to beat on that game when trying to plan out October, and I think it's supposed to be around like 6 to 8 hours or something. So my guess is like one more stream, but we'll see how that goes. Either way, having a blast with that. But tonight we're going to start something else new and spooky. Is a game called Lost in Random. I don't know a ton about it, which, you know, isn't particularly unusual for the way I choose to stream games. Because I like story-based games, and if you do a lot of research on those, sometimes you find out stuff that, like, spoils the fun. This game, I think, falls into that category. I have, like, a general understanding of the plot. I believe it is basically about twin girls who live in a gothic sort of Tim Burton-style world with, like, extremely weird characters, and there's a lot of what I'm assuming to be like fate overtones with like dice being a presence in the world and like changing people's lives and things like that. It's a spooky action RPG thing that, again, I don't know a ton about, but looks really cool and seems to have a lot of potential and has good spooky atmosphere, and I think it'll be a good fit for the stream. I got it on PS5 because I just don't have a lot of things to play on the PS5, and it is on it, so I'm going to do that. Since I know so little about the game, I don't think there's much else for me to say in terms of setting the stage here, but I feel like I should be saying something else. I definitely have some level of brain haze, and I can't account for why that is, so let's all have fun with this, huh? Now, this better work. It was fine a sec. Oh, I left the die on from, like, when I was messing around earlier. 3! You're welcome, everyone. Let's start the game. Now, same disclaimer as yesterday, which is that when I was testing these games initially on Thursday, just to make sure they work, because, like, I've been burned before, and when I have a chance and I remember to do it, I like to try and test things at least a little bit. The audio levels weren't great. They weren't balanced for doing anything. So we might have to adjust that. Just, like, let me know. Yeah, also, I don't think I actually spent any time figuring out where the camera goes, so if I don't think of it and it needs to move, let me know. Let's start the game. New game. Game is neither New Game Plus or New Game Minus. Is it just New Game Equals?
In a land you might remember from your dreams, the power of randomness was celebrated by all. Those with dice would roll them to shape their destinies, and the bravest few would challenge each other in games of chance. Epic
Shadow games?
tournaments in which their very lives would hang in the balance.
Is it Shadow Games? Are we Yu-Gi-Oh now? Look at our dice friend. Yes, of all the Tim Burton things, this game's art style feels like very specifically like Nightmare Before Christmas. Which is why I feel like it's a reasonable Halloween choice.
Hurry! Get the energy!
Yeah, we tutorialing.
Energy fortune!
Is there more? That was all the stuff I noticed, but it seems like I need more than that. Oh, I'm supposed to hit him. Yeah, I seem to take some damage there.
Pull it! Come on! Watch this!
Hey, I got a 6! And now I have a D20 maze. Oh, let's leave the dice. Are we gonna dimension the dice? Is that what we're doing? I feel like I need a dodge or something. Like, if I'm like ever anywhere near them, there's literally no way to avoid the attack. Is this a dodge? Maybe it is. I'll tell you one thing right off the bat. Tech would hate this. Oh, hey. Tech would hate this game because there's no jumping in it. It feels very unnatural. I think that's our sister who's dressed as a banana for Halloween or something. Very powerful, regal banana.
Watch out!
I guess we are too. Wasn't taking a close look at us. I was busy trying not to die.
But that
Well, this
was
went
an
poorly.
error of the dice
Natural one.
wars.
Rip.
And like all errors, it too would come to an end, fading into legend and mystery.
My friend Tech is the same way as Acula. Not being able to jump really quickly frustrates him.
Our story begins later, in Wanecroft, a small village populated entirely by people who have never once been dealt a fair hand.
Are you me?
Attention, Wanners! I am the Queen, and my dark dice will decide your fate. Random rules! See that, Bernard? You're a sixer.
Oh, wow! I'm gonna live in the Queen's Dream Palace for the rest of my...
Nuh-uh, you're a dirty 3, doomed to a life of fighting and misery. That's cheating. Well, so is having an almighty dice, Snake Eye.
Stop, you guys. Wrap this up. We should really get going.
That
It's
hat is
just a
amazing.
game,
Does
sis.
anyone else love this
Even I
hat?
promised Mom and Dad to get you home.
It's a very good hat.
Hey, was that really necessary?
Come on, hurry up. Now we really have to run.
Her hat's on fire. Yeah, it's keep her warm. Now, it appears to be made out of metal, but it's swaying like it's made of fabric, whatever that creature is.
Odd, wait.
Stay behind, Mrs. We've got to run home and hide. Now!
Day of the Dice. Okay, not that one. I don't know why the brain bugs hate us. Are there collectibles? Okay, camera's a little. I'm gonna give some credit, assuming that this is because we're in like a mandated chase sequence at the start of the game. But if the camera controls are like that, that might be a problem for me.
With this? Where?
Anyway, just shoot even.
That's
If that wasn't glowing, I definitely wouldn't have thought that was the thing to target.
Incredible. Nothing to it, sis. Come on, let's get out of here.
So on this side of the building, it's fine. No one's being killed. Random's alright, I guess.
Nanny Fortuna. Works for the Queen. Kidnapping children for her.
Kidnapping?
And so the Queen decreed that any child who had reached the age of 12 would be given the grand honor of rolling her one true dice, which would reveal to them their place in the world of random.
Check out this secret portal.
Bring me all of the children.
An old crawl space.
It works for us. Nice work, Bernie.
Do I need to... Do I need voices a little higher, maybe? This, by the way, this is what they give you to help evaluate how loud the voice is like something muttering in like an incomprehensible language, which I gotta tell you is not the best metric for that. We're gonna try upping that a little bit. Let me know if that...
For the Queen's wisdom is as wide as her power, which is infinite. Which makes it very easy for all of you to do what she says.
Might be a little loud now.
Since she is, and ever shall be, correct. And though you may feel a twinge of emotion when you watch your children move to their new villages, ensure that you are feeling the correct emotion, which is joy. Joy.
It seems that this game has those hills from the Pokemon games where you can jump down them and never climb back up, even though they're, like, less tall than you are.
The fates of your offspring and joy. Yes.
I don't know what these firefly things are. Just float some places.
Representative, me, the Nene Fortuna.
Even! Odd! Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
I'm sorry, Dad. I tried to.
There's no time. She'll
Oh
be
no,
here
her
any-
hat went out.
Quick, get down.
Happy birthday.
Oh no, a waist-high wedge.
Oh.
Exactly.
Even. And I got a present for you. It's so cute. Make a wish.
Oh, it's a literal ugly doll, I think. Isn't that what those look like? Oh, this plan failed instantly. Whoops. I'm guessing that these robots detect
And
cupcakes.
the Queen said, every child of 12 years shall throw this supreme dice, and so it was. For random is fair, random prevails, and random rules.
It would be a lot easier to trust
Be
you if your voice
grateful,
wasn't doing
child,
that.
the Queen herself is here for your special day.
Oh, hi, you're quite tall. She's very tall.
Now roll the dice, and let's see what kind of person you
You know, if a
truly
dice
are.
was this big, I feel like it would be relatively easy to manipulate it. Don't we live in one town? Oh, okay. They were excited that she would stay here.
It had been settled.
And then she used the Judge Man
At least
Deckmaster ability.
She'll be a sixer.
Even.
All right,
Oh no!
Stop it! No.
stole your daughter.
So, Faught's destiny came to be living by the side of the Queen up in the Sixer's palace, where, it was said, all dreams came true.
I mean,
But
all things
even
considered, that's
nightmare
like not the
was
worst
just
bad thing that could
beginning.
happen to a person. Hi, Pure. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're just getting started with this brand new game. To me, I think it's been out. Actually, I don't know when it came out. Think recently? I got a trophy. I'm doing very good at this.
Odd? Where are you?
I'm coming for you, sis.
Isn't this how, like, Life is Strange ended?
Hold on, Odd.
Maybe fewer ghosts. Actually, maybe not fewer ghosts. This might just literally be the end of Life is Strange.
Odd. I'm gonna find you, okay?
Is the loading screen?
Tell me where you are, Odd. Help me find you.
Odd. I'm here, sis.
Never finished Control. That's a weird
I'm
story.
coming, Odd.
That game's cool, though.
Odd.
So here's a trick. If life as a sixer means that all your dreams come true, what if your dream is not to be a sixer? Does that create a time paradox? Oh, I got attacked by a hairy volleyball. I hate when that happens. You know, they keep making Life is Strange games. At this point, I've only
More than a
played
year had passed
the
since
first
her
one
sister
and
had
the
been taken
prequel.
away from her.
I think there's
And
two
in
other ones
all
now.
that time, Even had never dreamed like that before.
But the ghost, like, came out of her dream,
Knew
kind
She
of.
was now awake and knew this was the same house she'd lived in her entire life. but something seemed off. Something seemed different. Or was it simply that she had changed?
Again, let me know if volume needs to be adjusted, etc., etc. Well, I move very slowly. Is that new?
A portrait of Uncle Jinx. It was said he'd sailed the 7 seas and then drowned in the 8th.
Okay. Is that what these are? Interaction points? I think that tracks.
A painting of Aunt Cordelia. She could play every single musical instrument in Onecroft, which was impressive, but none of them well, which was markedly less impressive.
Yeah, it's not great. Were they straight up adjacent to each other? I kind of thought it... No, you're right. It did just sort of tip over, right, Ditto? So the 1 and 6 really shouldn't be next to each other. That's not how dice work. Sagula says, I don't think I ever played a Don't Nod game I enjoyed. I feel like there was one that was coming out that looked halfway decent, but I will admit that my experience hasn't been great. The prequel Life is Strange game that I actually thought was better than the original, despite it looking worse, I don't think was done by Don't Nod.
An image of great-great-great-grandmother Waters. She was the woman who'd invented sliced bread, which made everyone very excited.
It's true, I hear people are into that.
Just taking great big bites out of loaves. An image of great-great-grandfather Peters. 200 years ago, he ate all his clothing to win a bet. Even supposed that was the reason this portrait stopped at the neckline.
Trying to do the thing where I cheat to make my audio cable work correctly so I don't have to get up. Oh, I think I got it.
Even's mother had always painted, and she'd share with Even the stories she'd hidden in her paintings. Wonderful tales of daring heroines and dashing adventure. She told her never to share these stories with the outside world. These stories might upset the Queen, and she had eyes and ears everywhere.
Okay, bad news for me, which is that it looks like there are like an infinite number of things to interact with. I feel like it's not feasible to try and interact with everything in the environment. It's no adventure game. This is some other thing. Our parents are in a giant sardine can, obviously.
Oh, it was still very late. Or was it very early? And Even didn't want to wake her parents.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
Even's father never told her stories. He preferred reality to fantasy. The physicality of hammers and nails to the ephemeral mists of dreams and fantasy.
Okay. I lose the script while looking at paintings. Do I have a quest or something? More than a year since Odd was taken away. A super vivid dream. Alright, I'm looking for Slingshot. Okay, do I think I can find Slingshot in-house?
Even's parents had locked the door securely, as they had every night since Odd was taken.
Well, then I have to assume that the correct way to go is the door that's definitely not secure and violates that. Damn it, I'm into the aesthetic of this game. I don't know a ton about it. I don't know if it'll turn out to be something that I'm just, like, into all around or what. So spooky. Rude. Ugly doll.
Even stared at the toy, feeling the ground tilt beneath her.
Actually, that was an earthquake, and thus unrelated.
Animal she'd given Odd on the night she was taken. Even knew her parents would be heartbroken when they woke and found her missing. But she had to go. She had to know.
Okay, Pure, you've played this game before? Glad to hear that you enjoyed it. It looks like something that I would like. Sometimes I get Also, as I've often stated on stream, I just tend to like hate
glowing
everything.
figure
So that's like a
seemed
problem.
to keep its distance from Even. When she got closer, it moved further away. It was leading her somewhere.
Oh, hi, whatever you are. Hello.
Oof. Easy there, Even. What are you doing out so darn late? You're running like the old witch Uma put a curse on you.
I'm on the trail of a ghost. I'm on the trail of my sister. I'm on the trail of... I don't know what it is, but I know it's important.
Oh, darling. You're thinking about your sister, aren't you? I feel you, child. I do. But she's been gone now a year.
Spectacular, are you saying that this creature has too many eyes simply because it has a pair of glasses for two of them and not for two others, which is incredibly confusing? I gotta go.
Ah, that spark in your eye tells me you're not fooling around. I remember being your age once, I do. And I know how important imagination can seem. All right, I'll get out of your way.
His hands are also
But don't
extremely
tell your
small.
parents you saw me. Deal?
Looks like the alien scientist who made Stitch. You're not wrong, Neko. It does kind of have that.
You're quite welcome,
sensibility.
young Stephen. And stay away from the outskirts.
Spectacular says, I hadn't even noticed the glasses. Your talent for pointing out details that upset me further rears its ugly head again. I don't have a lot of skills, but I do have skills for making people upset. Hey, Haggis, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the 46-month resub. Good Christmas. That's so much. I almost pressed the die button, which would have been appropriate considering that we're playing Lost in Random. How are you doing, Haggis? I hope you are well. I'm on the trail of I don't know what, but it seems important. I think I'm... There it is, okay.
Wait up, please! Wait up!
You want me to follow you?
This
Stop
was
going so
Rorgol,
fast.
The world in which Even and her small family lived. Like all Wanners, they hauled junk for the cargo ships that came and went in the night. All this labor was done for reasons that were never clearly understood. The Queen willed it, and no one would dare oppose her, and that was enough for everyone. Everyone, that is, except Even.
I have control again. Where's my ghost at?
Come on, Ben, just hit it. It's right there.
He's trying, Lucky.
Aw, shucks. Now I'm all out of potatoes.
No breakfast tomorrow, and you couldn't hit the spot. Smooth going, Ben.
But it wasn't my... I mean, you're the one who...
These things currency? What am I
Aw.
collecting?
I guess you're right, Lucky.
I like that they're like not. I assumed that when I did that, I would like interrupt their conversation, but like, nah, I'm just stealing their crap.
Not bad, Even. I knew you could do it.
Lucky shot. Pfft, I'm not impressed. I could do that too if I wanted. No problem.
That was amazing, Even.
Hey, shut up.
It strikes me as the kind of world where all children are street urchins by default. Now, again, it's unclear to me if this is like a collect stuff game where I want to like just wander into people's homes or whatever. I seem to have an infinite supply of rocks in this game, just like in Strangeland, so that's promising. It says, wait, so Even is a oneer, but Odd is a sixer. Technically, they were both born oneers, but Odd became a sixer when she rolled the d6 on her 12th birthday. It is feasible, in theory, that Even could become literally anything on a d6. Because, if I'm understanding correctly, she simply hasn't rolled yet. Take me back where I was? Think so. More or less. I think I'm supposed to talk to the children.
What are you doing here anyway?
Yeah, Even. Are your parents letting you out after dark now?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Aw, that's so great. I know after Autumn had to leave.
Oh, he's got
they've
one of those
been
hats
more
too.
protective of you, and it's just so great to have you here to play, even.
At least you're new.
Yeah, definitely
These
doing
two
that.
idiots are getting on my nerves.
Hey, Lucky, that's mean.
Aw, shucks. I know I'm not the smartest, but I try real hard.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Wow, sensitive much? You guys are so touchy.
She seems like a lot of fun. I guess says the society is really bringing RNG to the forefront. You missed the part earlier where a giant, like a literal giant woman was just shouting like, "Random is good, random rules all," or something to that effect. I'll be honest, I don't think I have enough visual recognition of the Coraline boy to prove or disprove your theory, Haggis, that it is literally just the Coraline. Random is fair, yeah. So what are you doing?
We're playing...
She was talking to me.
I think she was talking to all of us. Even we're playing
Hit the Pot with the Potato. Or rather, I'm playing. These two bloobs are just losing at it.
Bloobs. I mean, it feels like it's more or less the same question, but sure.
I couldn't sleep. My 12th birthday is coming up.
Mine too. Gonna get to roll the dice when it comes. I'm gonna be a sixer. I know it. I'll be saying bye to all you bloobs and hi to the riches of Sixtopia.
I'm not a bloob. I'm a star. My mom says so.
I'm not a bloob either. What's a bloob?
You getting a load of these bloobs even?
I'm trying to make bloob a thing. I feel like my options are like be kind of a wet blanket or just stop her from being a wet blanket. I'm gonna go with that option.
Listen, even. It takes two to be a jack. One to be the jack, and the other to be an even bigger jack by pointing it out.
That's not how that isn't how that works. Okay, why are there dialogue options if I must say, oh?
Well, that's just her bad luck. Not the sort of thing I've ever had to worry about.
Really? How come?
Because my name is Lucky, and...
He meant how come even thinks it didn't work out, Lucky?
I'm gonna test something. If I just hit circle now, I just bail on the conversation, right? He asked an important question, I'm like, alright, I'm supposed to be looking for a ghost. There's a fancy-looking fish man over there. I think I want to be on that bridge. How to go to there? Really managed to clip the edges on, like, every single ramp in this game, huh? What button is that? Oh, touch thing? Got it. Find the ghost. Map. I'm smart enough to read this map. There's like a lot of arrows on it, pointing in seemingly random directions. I'm not entirely sure where I am. I see one thing I can identify thanks to the legend, which is the main quest, but I don't know where I am in relation to it, so it's not extremely helpful. Oh, thank you, Smurfykins. I'm enjoying it so far. Obviously, I'm not very far in it. But yeah, this is my first experience actually looking at the map, and I'm like, I see how this is helpful, but I don't exactly know where I am, which is a little problematic. I'm gonna talk to this fish. Hi.
You seem like you're looking for something, kid.
I do apologize, chat. This is most clearly a fish woman with a fancy top hat. Not gonna comment on that anatomy, it's upsetting.
Jason!
Oh, hey, did someone see Jason? I've been looking for him. Do you think the ghost... Wait, is it the ghost of Jason? Is that who we're chasing? I think that ghost knows my sister.
Ah, I thought I recognized you. You're Odd Sister, right? Did the big roll a year ago, if I recall. She's in the Queen's care now, kiddo. There's nothing any of us can do.
Here's a question. Is English the native language of this game? Was it produced in English? I only ask because the lip sync doesn't feel like it's trying to actually sync to the words. I'm not sure if that's like a style thing or if it's from a different language. Writer is Ryan North, famous for Squirrel Girl and dinosaur comics. Wait, like dinosaur comics, like the really cute, kind of depressing, but like genuine dinosaurs? Or no, wait, is it... What's the name of the dinosaur comic where it's just the same images every time and it changes the text? Is it that one? I think it's stylistic. I get that impression, I'm just not sure. My sister needs my help.
I think you should give up on her, even. She's
Well, I didn't ask you,
sixer
fish
now.
lady.
Nobody ever comes back from that.
Oh, there's the ghost. Run! The ghost.
There, you saw it, didn't you? There it was again.
Apparently I found the checkpoint that was on my map. Apparently that's where that was.
Whatever that spirit wanted, it seemed to involve bringing even here. But why?
Did it go this way past this extremely shady-looking individual?
Random rules, even. Random rules.
You know, I feel like I'm obliged to talk to you.
Well. Look at you.
I don't think I like this person. Have you seen a ghost?
I see ghosts all around us, child.
Yeah, but have you seen my
Ghosts of
ghost?
The way the world used to be, and how it could be still if the Queen were ever to die. But of course she can't. She can never die.
Is that because she's not a real person? I get the impression
You've
that
heard
might
the
be
good
true.
news, haven't you?
Really just looking for a ghost, though.
The Queen is a force of nature, like gravity or death. You can't argue with gravity. You don't
That sounds like
debate
Twitter talk.
death. You just go along with her, because you know her rule is law. She is eternal.
Like a certain Sonata, perhaps? Okay, thanks, bye. That's me trying to get out of an actual conversation.
She's never wrong. She makes the rules, random rules, and they're always right. It's incredible to live at the same time as such a wondrous being. I hope one day she
I think this
notices
individual
me
may have drank the Kool-Aid.
riding a shining spider stallion. Notices my love for her. Notices my worship.
I was planning on just leaving, but I do appreciate the fact that one of the options is like, no, but like I really do need to go now. Anyways, buddy, welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
You can't escape
Playing
it,
a
you
new
know.
game.
No
Pretty
one
much
can.
just started.
It's all perfectly designed. I'd love every minute of it. One town was unique. Some who lived here were kind, treating the Queen with respect, and others seemed to have been broken by her in one way or another. But it was home, the only home Even had ever known.
So, two-sided.
Missed. Ding. So it seems like I could just... It feels like there's a lot of optional world building. There's like all that stuff in the house that I could look at that would take forever, and it seems like I could talk to like a pretty high percentage of people who are out on the streets. It's kind of interesting. Feels a little daunting though, to be honest. Hopefully the game will direct me to when things are important.
Figure. Even
Still haven't
knew
quite
that her
gotten a
fate
sense
was
of its
changing,
model.
that her future was suddenly filled with unknowns. and she also had the distinct feeling that she wouldn't be back home for quite some time.
Hitboxes on these ramps are really hurtful. Alright, I can never go back to town now. I jumped down one time. If I say you really love the queen, he wishes the queen would just destroy him. Oh, that's good. That's okay. He wants to be noticed, but also stepped on. Understood. Got it. Hey, man, you do you. I'm not judging. I'm just gonna be over here when you do that. Big dice friend. Now I have the stuffed animal on my first thing. It's cute. It feels like it's a... Wait, wasn't it, like, bigger than my hand before? Now it seems much smaller than when it was in that cutscene. Echo says, did you see the queen? I kind of get it. I mean, like, you know, everyone loves Lady Dimitrescu, right? Because she's tall. The queen was very tall. I did mention that. She's very tall. D4? Trading cards? This game knows me so well. Sentient jumping teeth? This game hates me. I don't actually know what those are. Is it really a reward when I'm when I kind of have to go to here? These playing cards are beautifully painted, and some angles seem to glow a faint blue. Now, I'm not going to argue that the art on these isn't quite nice, but tooting our own horn a little bit, aren't we? Pips! Some curious little pip creatures on two legs hopping around in a glass jar. Did I want that? Did I want that, though? Ice Buddy says, had some nice family time. The only not cool thing that her sister-in-law was nearly blaming her that Denmark lifted all coronavirus restrictions and Germany did not. Why? Just why, though? Those the dots on die faces? Yes, those are referred to as pips. So that is what this would appear to be. I don't know how I'm meant to use that, but yes. Hey? Oh, the ghost. Hi, ghost.
Even
Hi.
could barely make out what the ghostly figure was. It was beautiful, inscrutable, and there seemed to be a sorrow to her.
Like I'm gonna have to jump. I don't think that's how physics works. I jumped into a hole that I couldn't see, it was so dark. And then I ended up here, like 3 feet under solid rock. There's also 2 tunnels behind me that don't look like they're steep enough for me to have slid down. What happened? The Harbor? Well, I suddenly can confirm this game wasn't made in America.
There was no time to think. Even was either going home to her parents without answers and with even more questions than before, or she was getting on that boat. She felt a pull, beckoning towards something new.
This isn't like a major thing, but it has already bothered me a little bit how often this game has the like ledge of no return thing. Cool. Did it. To remake Magic Dice. I mean, that's my best guess. So, I don't know how you know it's a Magic Die if it doesn't have pips on it already. legs are also just twigs, they would snap by my logic. I mean, you know, maybe.
Oh, those are some nice cards you have there, kiddo. You find them yourself?
Okay, chat, important question. What type of character is Even? Is she friendly or is she not friendly? Because I feel like I need an answer to that. What questions do you have about the creature we're talking to, Zacula? His name is Snake Eyes, so he has 2 eyes, which is arguably correct. It's fewer eyes than the woman with the glasses that didn't cover all her eyes. Does sort of seem like he's got legs to stand on in either direction. We could always roll for it. That's true. I mean, I don't mind trying to figure out a way to apply my random die rolling button, which seems to work well in this game where D6 is a thing. But, like, it feels tricky to call evens or odds when even is literally the character's name. Do we think by default she's supposed to be nice? So, like, even is nice, odd is not? I guess odd is sort of, like, socially not acceptable or something. Because it's odd. So, if I roll odd, we'll say something off-putting to this man. If we roll even, we'll say something nice. Well, there it is. Nice mouth on his forehead. I mean, there's a whole lot of perspective going on with this creature. I don't think you could simply say that. So I rolled odd.
Suit yourself, missy. I ain't gonna force you into doing anything you don't want to. Oh, but before you go, a word of warning. Be careful out there, missy. Tonight's the night the junk collectors come. His boat's here, and the guards over there don't let nobody close. The harbor's hiding secrets tonight, missy.
It says, if we have to fight our sister later, the odds will be against them. What's happening
They load up
here?
the boats with junk and take it to other areas at random. Though what for, I can't rightly say. Nobody who knows is willing to say, and nobody else can see for themselves. Everyone just keeps their heads down and does their job. Except for me. I don't do any of it. I'll never work for that rotten queen. Safe travels.
Hang on. Why is his name Snake Eye singular if he has 2 eyes and Snake Eyes is 1 on 2 different dice? It's also a little bit odd that Snake Eye hangs out in front of the result of 2 on a d6? Because that's not what Snake Eyes is. The game was developed in Sweden. Okay. Okay. I don't know why. But no, we can actually, like, not firmly plant it after doing that. Okay. I sort of think I understand that. Ladder. Let's go down the ladder. There's things about this sort of system that I appreciate where, like, we're in a 3D environment and, like, there's a glowy thing to tell me that I can interact with it. Stuff like ladders, I feel like this is excessive, that there's one at the bottom to tell me I climb up and there's one at the top to tell me I climb down. Like, it's a ladder, right? Hey, Alcadius, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Oh, people are having a lot of fun in chat. It's a good thing Alcadia showed up. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna move back and forth or something. No, I think we're good. I think it's just bridge now. Go over there. Okay, so, but If I do this, does it now... Yeah, okay. It does the thing I want, is what it does now. Is this a booster pack? Game you shouldn't have. A storybook page. An illustrated page from an old forbidden storybook. Collect and read them in Even's binder. I think it's just to tell you when you're within reach of activating it. I don't think that's quite true, Pure, because, like... I mean, like, you can definitely... Like, there's like, indicators from when they're not within reach. Like, you can definitely see them a ways off. It's not like... You know, there's a lot of games at this point that use the sort of, like, context-sensitive button, where, like, what X does will change if you're close enough to something to interact with it. This game does it a little different, and it feels a little weird. And now it needs to go back where it started, I think? Get ready for Vasco to mistime this in his arrogance. Okay.
Hey, kid! Stay right there!
Okay, so... It seemed like they lined up in such... Oh, that's great. That's really fun. It seemed like they lined up in such a way that I would have to cross all at once, but the hitbox on the crossbeam was super weird, so it wouldn't let me walk straight forward. I felt like I had to try and, like, stop and wait for something to happen. I feel like the checkpoint could have come where I collected that item or something. Saved me, like, 20 minutes of my life or something. Because the walking on beams is really slow, and I don't need that in my life. Definitely not synced then, huh? Like a weird thing that happened to occur. Well, that really threw off my evaluation of the thing, so I find that mildly annoying. What do I... Am I jumping down? What am I doing? I want that. I'm trying to... Okay. The map's not great. The map isn't extremely helpful. The map is very nice. It looks very pretty. I appreciate it. It's not extremely helpful. Okay, so the boat's over there. I mean, it feels like it's suggesting that the quest marker is like more or less where I'm standing, and I don't see it. I can't get down to there. If I drop here, what does that do for me? Am I in a new place? Why do I feel like I shouldn't? Okay. I think I get it. I kind of thought it was like taking me to the same distance from where I started, so I'd more or less be where I started, so jumping down wouldn't help. That's not appear to be the case. Clearly I need something to happen. A lot of that red light. Hey, Cat Dreaming, it's been a minute. How you doing? There's no point at which the map was useful in your playthrough. After looking at it twice, Pure, I don't find that even a little bit surprising. This while I patiently wait for the red light, because the punishment for getting hit by the red light seems very bad. Missed. Fine, we'll fix that later, maybe. How's everybody doing today? It's spooky. October. Anybody watched any good spooky movies lately? So many good puns in chat. If I read them, I wouldn't make any progress in the game. I'm torn. A little sluggish on the fire activation, huh? I feel like I want that. Is that gonna be a problem? Oh, I see. In order to do that, I have to, like, completely start over. I'll do that for now, I guess? Right. This thing dropped again, because obviously it did, because that's how physics work. Oh no. Wait, where is it at a point where I can... Oh, okay, it's this. Obvious. Been better. Sorry to hear that, Demolition. You're dealing with a lot. I don't think I know everything. Yeah. Online shopping section of your grocery store now, huh, Cat? Getting consistent hours, you don't have to worry about getting called in on days off. That's nice. That sort of thing is more annoying to me than, like, the monotony of routine work. And it's so difficult to, like, plan anything or whatever. I feel like even I could climb some of these obstacles that would really shorten this process. And I say this as someone whose, like, agility score is, like, a negative number? I wish the movements were a little more fluid. It's not the biggest problem in the world, but, like, this... There's a whole lot more, like, navigating the world than I might have expected. It feels like it's, like, almost trying to be platformy, but it's obviously not a platformer, as there is no jump. Point of no return? Cool. Infinite of those. Doesn't seem like a whole lot moves around here.
No. You don't get to come here. This is my reserved spot. You get your own.
I don't know if I'm where I want to be. It's like an alarming amount of the time that I just try to move in a simple direction, and it, like, just, like, doesn't do that. It just does something weird, like I hit some invisible barrier. Like, my character's unable to, like, step over small gaps to just, like, walk in a straight line or whatever. Stat myself in D&D. Gosh. I mean, I think the most reasonable way to do that would be, like, modifier-wise, if I'm going just off the top of my head. Strength would probably be, like, a 0. Like, not literally negative, but not above average. Dexterity, I'd like to say maybe like a +1. I feel like intelligence, I'd probably be like a +2 or something. Charisma, maybe a +1 or +2. Wisdom, probably pretty good as well. And what am I missing? Constitution? Probably like a +1. I'd definitely be something resembling like a spellcaster, which I feel like is apt.
No, go away.
Please let me in. I'm trying to hide.
What do you think I'm doing here? We're all trying to hide, kid. Now leave. This is Herman's hidey hole. My little stowaway chamber, my realm of adlubescence that you're not invited in.
I don't know that word.
It's my ticket out of this muddy town.
She doesn't know that word either.
It means something that's delightful, like my room here. Wow. You really are just a kid, huh?
Is he gauging that on the fact that I didn't know that word because I'm an adult and I didn't know that word?
Kid Herman. And now I'm adult Herman, and I'm getting out of here. Now go find your own spot.
I can't.
There are no... Well, come on. There's got to be other spots. Go find them.
Please, my sister and a ghost or something.
Oh, for the love of... Fine. You little guilt tripper. I'll let you in.
I'm really shocked that that worked. Thank you.
But before I do, we got ourselves some house rules. 1, be quiet. 2, don't touch anything. And
3, touch everything.
Be quiet and don't touch anything.
I do like Herman's attitude. I was sold when he was like, I was a kid once. Kid Herman. I'm like, oh, he talks like me. Like a weird guy.
Well, the moment she'd let herself think about it, even realized she was actually
I don't know if I was supposed to talk to him more first.
She'd seen a ghost.
I haven't really been tutorialized on exactly what all the glowing things meant, and it seemed like something I could pick up or something.
The unknown heart of random. Would she ever return? It didn't matter. Odd was the only thing that mattered. With her sister's name on her lips, Even fell into a deep slumber.
He says that we can't touch anything, but what about his face? Well, I don't have $5 yet, so I don't think I could... Oh, I'm having a dream again. If I got American currency, I might sway him. But so far all I have is like 100 orange die faces. I'm still not sure if that's good for anything.
Jason!
Did someone see Jason in the abyss? We were looking for him before.
I'm coming.
Sean here too?
Jason!
That teapot looks angry.
Even, I need you. Sis, I'm coming.
Arcadia says he quoted me today at work. The worker asked how much chicken was left, and he said 1 piece, to which Arcadius replied, 1 piece? But that's the name of the treasure on the Grand Line. Are you aware of why I do that, Arcadius? Because that's a lyric from the bad One Piece dub theme song. Like the 4Kids version from back in the day. Yeah, you got it. But like, it's one of those things where it's just like, it's something that's funny to me and it's not actually funny. It says, media convinced me for so long that dreams are deep and relevant, but now I dream about literally the dumbest things in the universe. I'll tell you what, like, turned me around on this concept is, in college, for 1 year I had a roommate who talked about his dreams like a ton, and they're just, like, were never interesting. And, like, I already sort of struggle in situations, like social situations, where, like, I have to kind of be, like, assertive sometimes, especially, like, younger Vasco. So, like, he would, like, tell me these stories, and it's just, like, I have no, like, context for that to be meaningful or interesting. Like, I mean, like, if you know the person pretty well, it's like, maybe different. Like, I've had conversations with people about dreams that have been meaningful and relevant, but, like, in a vacuum, I don't think that they necessarily are. That makes sense? Oh good, my parents are also angry ghosts now?
Hello, Even.
You're home. It's where you belong.
I could do without this color blurring thing. It's making my brain upset. Everyone's broken.
There's no time.
No time?
No time.
No time.
Wanna is a wanna.
Is a wanna. is a oneer.
When you're right, you're right.
Even. Come stay with us. Do you want some tea?
Zacculus says, 2 nights ago I dreamed I ate my own pants and they were pretty tasty. Don't tell me dreams mean stuff. Let's unpack that, Zacculus. I feel like your dream might mean something. This also says, I actually quote, yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum more than you'd think. I feel like that's probably also true of me, but only in that I think the natural amount to quote that is 0. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't want tea. I'm on a lifelong hiatus.
Why do you need to see her?
We've seen her before.
Listen to your mother, even.
I should go.
It's a dangerous world out there.
Listen to your mother, even.
Stay here. It's safe here. We'll never leave you again. Not ever. Not ever, even.
Not even ever?
We'll always be here, even.
You'll always be her, even.
Her desires
what?
are odd.
It's the only way she'll learn.
Go. Even if you're lost.
The Queen will find you.
It's true, we can't even. Busy looking for Odd.
You've arrived, even. Soon you will find your voice.
Chill. Oh, are we done? That's all you had for me? Okay. That one. Says I left for a few minutes earlier. Did they explain why the thing being the queen is bad? I mean, like, currently our character's working theory is just that, like, she found a ghost that was really persistently trying to get her attention. She's interpreting it as, like, some sign that her sister is in trouble, trying to reach out to her or something. I don't know that we explicitly have reason to think that going to Queenland is bad. She's very tall, though, as you can see.
Please. Please, I want to go. I miss my sister. I miss my parents.
You're safe now. They can't hurt you anymore.
Hurt me?
Maybe.
No, that's not right. They never... I don't think they...
They were denying you your future, robbing you of your true destiny. You're finally home.
Not certain if that was, like, literal or metaphorical. Exactly what's got a thing for the queen.
No. This whole time ship's falling apart. Today's a difficult day for you, Herman.
Wait! What am I supposed to do?
Take one of these bad boys!
His voice kind of reminds me of Yukon Cornelius from the old Rankin Bass Rudolph special. I like that instead of parachutes, we have these, like, emergency umbrellas and, like, multiple people are using them now.
As Even lost sight of Herman, she realized she'd also lost sight of her last connection to home.
Okay, still alive. I can work with that. As long as I don't land on water, I should be able to work with that.
Guys, I think we might be destined to land in some water.
She hoped desperately that she'd land somewhere near Sixtown, but the wind and the fates had very different plans for her indeed.
My body, that's where all my organs live. Fate gate? Gates of fate?
Whoa, where is this place?
Yeah, says tall people are very suspicious. They're always up to something. I've heard that some people are very tall and merciless. Very specific strong bad reference. Doing that. Do I have some reason? It feels like this is a game where, like, I don't actually ever go backward. Ever. I don't think they're hiding stuff behind me most of the time. Even though it's the kind of game I might expect that to be the case.
She couldn't yet understand it, but Even had landed in the middle of something exceptional. These were the ruins of a time long past, and the magic she could almost sense in the air wasn't about to give up its secrets that easily.
I guess it wasn't that easy after all.
I must be the first person to come here in decades.
It's a really interesting read on this situation. Obviously, the narrator has context for that, but, like, I don't know that anything here, like, screams to me that, like, it was abandoned. It looks more like it's frozen in time. I really don't know why I'm collecting these, or if they're useful to me, but I have kind of a lot of them. Friend or food? I think he's food.
Whoa! Leave me alone, you crazy machine!
This dodge is incredibly unsatisfying. I'm just gonna put that on the record. Oh, I lost control for some reason.
Listen to me. I can't hurt you. I'm this little king of the slingshot. Stop trying to kill me.
I feel like this could be a cutscene. I don't know why I have to keep pressing A. I was just going to jump down there, but I guess that's not what I do. Why do we even have that button? Hey, we earned a new hat by killing that guy. I mean, I don't think the game's gonna give it to me, but that hat is up for grabs.
Hey, are you okay? Are you,
Why does it have a fireworks reaction? Here's an interesting question, Demolition. Do we want to die, or do we want to die?
okay? Well, thanks for saving me back there. You were really, well, heroic. Right. Okay. Talking to a dice. I better get going. You should too. This place is really dangerous.
A lot of trophies in this game, huh?
I mean, I guess you can tag along. The more the merrier, right?
Nicola asks, did she see some of her neighbors?
Right,
Why is a
Ewan, keep it
sentient die
together.
alarming?
Talking to a dice now, even. And to
Well,
yourself.
I mean, think of it this way. That fish lady was clearly very friendly, right?
Dicey, there! Nice! Not a trap. Hey! Those are mine! You don't just take things from people.
I like that they've subtitled
Fine.
it trying
You
to
can
speak
hold
to me.
I guess. Just don't digest them.
Digest them? Gonna be a lot of this, huh?
Watch out, Dice! I think these machines are coming alive too. Yep. They're attacking.
Drawing dicey, you get card tokens equal to the result. They're shown in the upper right corner of the screen. Use card tokens to activate cards. Leave the dice mentioned by attacking something or pressing triangle.
Oh, it was clear that these were no ordinary cards, and Dicey was no ordinary dice. Something extraordinary was awakening.
Spirit of Freedom manifests in the shape of a sword. Press square to hack and slash.
Even and Dicey were moving as one, an unstoppable fighting machine.
Really annoyed that that didn't kill him. He has like the smallest sliver of hit points I've ever seen in a video game. So the weapon seems to have durability.
Didn't understand what was happening to her and her new dice friend, but she didn't need
Wow,
to.
he could just
There was
interrupt my
another,
attack super
more
casually,
obvious truth
huh?
That she understood completely. She was truly and
Yeah,
inarguably
this feels a little
kicking
clumsy.
robot butt.
Dude, their priority attack disruption is incredibly irritating. Because, like, my attacks are so garbage. Like, my attacks feel really crappy. Like, I don't... Like, they're constantly just looking at me. They don't, like... They don't have to, like, swing and make an attack and then I can go around them. Like, if they attack, it just, like, plows into me and cancels my own attack. Weird system. Alright. That's cards, I guess. Lucky draw, unpredictable, sometimes generous, hands out a card token. Think that's useful right now? Anything else? One. Life elixir, that sounds great. Do one of those.
Whoa!
Do two of those.
Give him what for, Dicey!
Play the random card. Restore sword.
With each movement, the girl and her dice became more and more inseparable.
I think you can only play cards in the dice mention. Just get tank the hits. I don't know what kind of game this is, but like, their attack pattern's very annoying to me. I don't know what you mean head-only demolition. I don't think you're correct. They have blue things that spawn that make crystals. They're not head-only.
Listen, we're an incredible team, and as long as I'm going to be talking to you, I should probably know your name. Right.
DD zip zip DD
How
zip.
about if I just call you Dicey?
Well, the first time I hit them in the armor in like a glowing spot, it gave me some. I have been playing. I have done combat in this game for like 6 minutes. I was attempting to learn things. I'll tell you what, Demolition. If you'd watched as much Power Rangers as I did as a kid, when the slowly stalking towards me enemy had a glowing circle spot, I would attack it first too. Like... One of the people who's in chat who's played the game before mentioned that the controls feel a little clunky, and I've not played a lot of the active combat, but I have to agree. It's like... I mean, let's see what these guys' attack pattern is like, if it's also... Oh, I don't have a weapon anymore. My weapon just disappeared when that fight ended.
World even had just become interesting.
I mean, everything kind of just is always moving directly towards you. It's very annoying, actually. You know what this actually feels like is Boyfriend Dungeon. There's like no strategy to the attack pattern in that game either. Everything is just like constantly full aggro. I don't need that one yet. I don't know what 2 does, but I could try it. Thought I had more tokens than that. Great, this does nothing. Guess I just move away from them. Did the dice pick up some of the dice things? Gosh, I wish things had clearer names. It's not super clear to me where the tokens come from. It feels like I fill up the gauge sometimes, and I get no tokens. I don't know what that... I don't know. I heard something about the official Power Rangers RPG coming out, Haggis. I think that news came from Cotillion. I don't know how well I expect that to translate into anything resembling a traditional, like, RPG. Sword, I guess.
Whoa! Dicey! Maybe leave with that next time.
Like, more of these are clearly going to come to life after I kill these. Well, these things at least aren't as punishing as the last guys, who if they, like, hit you, like, the game just forgets that you ever had a weapon. Blink dodging through adversaries releases their crystals. That's not intuitive, but good to know. Silly me trying to make use of that right away, and the game just deciding that's not a place where I could do that. The game is making some distinction between regular dodge and blink dodge. Got it. think I have some understanding of that now. It's also not extremely intuitive. Oh, my sword broke. I should probably do this then. So what is the... how do I ever get 2 tokens? Get tard tokens from rolling the dice. But, like, didn't I roll the dice before and have 0 tokens? Didn't that literally happen? This you pick up from enemies help draw cards until you reach 5. I feel strongly that happened. I feel like I had a hand of cards after rolling the die and could do nothing with any of them, and then had to leave.
Whoa! What in the... You can do that?
Seems like the blink dodge... No, it just breaks the crystal. It doesn't actually do damage. It looks like it does damage, but it doesn't. My eyes are very scary. I got 50 coins. Is that what they are?
There's things that came out of your head! How do they...
I mean, that happened in the previous fight. I don't know why she kept reacting in that last fight.
We'll have to talk more later. But for now, let's just focus on surviving, yeah? It's like something out of Mum's drawings.
Cool, another live dice. I'm not sure that's how I would write that noise, but yeah. The other dice asleep? Scat wag, girl woot dack. They're waiting for their own dice wielder. Brag. Interesting that you could just interpret what it's saying. What happened here? Wow, wow, wow. Good luck finding your dice, friend.
Ready, Dicey? I'm choosing to take that as a yes.
This one's purpley. Lock on target. R3. Then you can move with right stick. Okay, that... reasonable enough. So not a great combination with, slingshot targeting. I gotta say, something really bugs me, in like a UI sense, that the glowing crystal points look exactly like just like regular parts of their body. Because like part of me feels like I should just be able to attack them all equally. Clearly that's not the case. So, is there something on this screen that tells me how many tokens I have? I feel like I want that information like before I go into the dice. Do I only get them from rolling? So I just like necessarily have 2? Or have none? I still feel like I want that displayed somewhere. Were we supposed to have a sword? We only sometimes have a sword. Which is like also not my favorite. Like, I feel like I should have, like, a stick or something. So that, like, I'm not beholden to, like, rolling the die to be able to do anything. Like, it feels dumb at the start of these battles to, like, run to a wall, slingshot a couple times, and then run away again. Like, sword, I guess? I guess I could try the lucky draw. Now I can do a 2. Bow and 10 arrows. Or I could do a bomb. I feel like I would like to try bomb. Thought I could press triangle to get out of this, but it's not letting me do that. I thought I was going to need more setup for bomb to work, but like everyone just like ran instantly away from it. So I guess I should have just shot it directly, even though it wasn't quite. So, slightly better understanding of how bomb works now. So that's cool. Put it right between the big boys. And then... So Lucky Draw says it's unpredictable. What does it do if it doesn't do the thing I'm expecting it to do? Well, that was a good draw. Let's go ahead and... So glad it like didn't at all attack the thing I was trying to hit. That was a very good result. Apparently there was a guy there. Don't worry about it. That was weird. It like snap targeted something. It like wasn't trying to target at all. Yeah, I guess the targeting is really important. In these larger groups, it feels like it just decides for you what you're trying to attack, even if there's something more threatening that you're already like trying to target. Broke the weapon, I think. Okay, we got 2. Continues to feel like it's very good. At some point I should probably try bow, but I'm not doing that. I have straight up no weapon. Good, good. Oh my god, I'm caught on a rock. Sure, we could try this now, or... Yeah, why not? Let's try the bow. Suppose I can also heal for no particular reason. That bow's not bad. kind of expecting it to be closer to Slingshot, which didn't seem super appealing. I feel like there's just like a couple of things of like cognitive dissonance about this combat system that I'm really struggling with, more than I expected to. I feel like I just want a base weapon that isn't Dink Shot, which like only serves to like draw cards, and I'm not clear on whether I need to have a full hand to throw the die, but it always tells me to throw the die when I have a full hand. Like I feel like I want a base weapon, and like the resources just feel really unintuitive to me. It's like hit them in their glowing weak spot that looks like their glowing not weak spot to collect enough fractions of a card, draw a card, but that doesn't in any way help you play a card. It's just like I'm physically able to understand how it works, but it all feels like really like thinky, unintuitive. Like I feel like I have to think really hard about stuff. Like none of it feels like natural. Also, the game keeps giving me money. I have lots of money. I can't use any of it.
These colossi were indeed colossal. Things were looking grim.
He's called Rook. Send out. Dice energy out of reach. Remember, you can send out Dicey by pressing R1. I don't know if that'll be a thing that's, like, particularly easy to aim.
And while I know it's always disappointing when what you thought was a novel turns out to be a very short story, all I can do is apologize.
Well, the narrator's basically saying we're dead. Hand is full. It's cool that you can use the freeze time to just like dodge and things like that. Let's do right next to this guy, and we'll do free token, get a sword. Doesn't seem like it's going to be extremely useful. Then we will reinstate time by shooting. Even some of the other attack patterns, I feel like he's immediately going to hit and kill me. I was kind of right. I feel like the enemies in this game behave like video game characters instead of like living things. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's like the impression I get. Now, there's this thing, right? It's like where it's not easy to hit it at all. Why I'm not seeing it and kind of just running away from him. I'm gonna burn up my weapon before rolling the die. So I'm guessing at some point I'm able to apply pips to the die and improve my odds of getting good stuff. Well, I did warn people earlier. I do have a tendency to hate everything. But like, I don't know. It like the game feel is like really heavy and weird to me. I mean, like, yeah, they're robots, but like, I feel like robots are designed by living things to behave somewhat in a fashion like living thing. Like, it bothers me on some level that, like, there's no, like, wind up to anything's attack. Everything is just like, I'm already stabbing you. Got 2. I think my best shot is just arrows. And then I'm just going to shoot him. Yeah, that was pretty good. Get some distance between us. He gave me a card. Dice Wielder's Boon. Blessed by the dice wielders of old, the cost of each card in Eva's hand is decreased by 1 card token. That seems potentially quite strong. Yeah, I don't know. I do have a tendency to be critical about stuff, but it's like, I don't know. Controls and logic are things that easily set me off in games. And it's not that, like, I feel like this is a bad game or anything like that, but it affects my enjoyment of the game when I have to, like, think so hard about the basic stuff, especially, like, early. Like, I think it might bother me less if the game had sort of pushed the combat early on, but we went, like, over an hour without, like, any real combat, and then just, like, a lot of combat all at once, and I feel like that sort of heightens the things that, like, don't get along with my brain. It's like I'm just, like, naturally focusing more on them because the game has suddenly shifted to a way where, like, that's what the game is right now. I don't know why I would say I'm on a mission of revenge. I guess I hate the queen, is the implication? I'm looking for my sister. She rolled an evil dice badly and was sent to Sixtopia. There it is. Yeah, I mean, that's part of it too, right, Pura? Like, I remember I feel like it's maybe a little bit much to even call that, like, combat. Like, it was a tutorial for combat, like, an hour before you would actually have any access to it. But at that point, like, yeah, you have, like... It just doesn't, like, function the same way as this combat. So the fact that, like, it gives you a tutorial that isn't the experience you're going to have at the start of the game, and then gives you a separate tutorial for what your experience is when you actually start having combat, like, kind of muddies those waters a little more, too. We should get... Thanks, Dicey. I hope Odd's still alive. She must be, and we're gonna find her. There's some game that has, like, a dialogue system like this, where, like, you have dialogue choices, but really it's just, like, a continuous thought, and choosing any one of them is basically saying the whole thing. Kind of what this feels like, a lot of this Dicey dialogue.
Even and Dicey finally had a moment to catch their breath. Take a breather and...
Does Dicey breathe?
Wait! Dicey! What's happening here?
Are we having a nightmare? Now, this seems pretty literal. Says, honestly, by the time I got to actual combat, I had forgotten the intro combat. Yeah, I mean, I think that's reasonable. Pretty far off in multiple different ways. After going back and watching people play the beginning, it feels like a weird design choice at the very least to do it that way. I feel like it makes sense to just, like, not at all have a tutorial until you actually use mechanics. And, you know, this is far from the worst example I've seen of that, and I've definitely seen it in other games, but I always find it odd when the game's like, yeah, you do this way, and then you don't do it for like 6 hours, and then by then you've like forgotten it's something the game's like taught you how to do. And teapots are back.
Jason!
Jason? Suppose we are looking for Jason again, huh?
I've always been here.
We got a weird suit going. This outfit is ugly, but it's a lot of 6. If you like the number 6, it's got that going for it, doesn't it, Ditto? Oh, okay. That person's gone. Okay, hi. The dreamscape is weird. I think it's a loading screen.
You don't belong here, oneer.
This reminds me of, I think it's Metal Gear Solid 3, right? Where you go down that river and all of the people you've killed, like, stumble down like zombies.
Go back to your filth where you belong. Look at the dirty trash, Cyclops. My parents...
Hey, how does this game know my high school nickname?
Like animals.
Look at the dirty trash, Cyclops. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut...
What is going on here?
The other kids, they said I was a filthy oneer.
She is. She's not a 6er like us.
Oh, the dice doesn't lie, children.
Yeah, but she was just lucky. She's a 1er. You can smell it on her.
Isn't the foundation of this society like praising random? Isn't their god literally RN Jesus?
I mean, no. I just...
Quick, eat him!
So now you're saying she is a 6er after all.
No, just eat him. Teach him a lesson by eating him.
Either way.
I mean...
Lying should be punished, Odd, don't you?
Uh-oh, is she actually gonna eat him? I'm gonna feel weird if she does that.
Now, there's no room for pity. Either everything's fair, or nothing is.
Swap out cards in your deck for better cards. I have played card games before.
Water! Off to the garbage for you!
I'm not garbage.
We'll agree to disagree, love.
Hey, this guy has enough glasses for all his eyes, Zacula. Is that better?
A living lunchbox! Monster! I'm gonna tell the mayor!
Says, I don't know if this or Squid Game is better for
we're
society.
here.
They're
See,
similar. The
here
application's
is
just a little
dicey.
different. Oh, I definitely recommend Squid Game. If Squid Game seems like something you'd like to watch, it's a very good version of the thing that it is. Which is my way of trying to say it's good without spoiling things. It also bothers me a little bit how much money I'm able to collect before I'm able to spend any of it. It feels similar to, like, the tutorial problem of just separating that information by a lot. Yeah, I think that's a pretty reasonable, like, broad description of Hunger Games plus Saw.
Even had a feeling, call it a hint, that her new friend Dicey would be able to open that door for her. All it would take would be a roll, or two.
Triangle. I got a 2.
And that feeling was correct. Nailed it.
Look, it's that ghost again.
Yes, I was just going to say that.
Hi,
But
Jason.
what did it want?
What do you think Jason wants?
Did you hear?
Does he want to show us his balloon?
It is wonderful to finally look up at the sky at night and see two perfect moons.
So I'm gonna go ahead and guess that the moon on the left, the moon they just finished, the moon on the right is, you know, like the moon. I don't think we're in One's Land anymore. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the squid doesn't have any objections to the Squid Game. Yeah, I'm not sure if Season 2 will be any good, but I will definitely watch it and be excited about it. Another Netflix show that just launched a new season, like, Friday, is You, the Netflix show You, which I'm always pleased with. Every time it comes back around, I'm like, I don't know if it'll be as good as last season. And then they always get me. I watched a couple episodes of the new season, and I'm into it. YOU. It's an incredibly difficult thing to search for or talk about, but it's a good show.
When it comes to the new moon, I'm of two minds, and they both love it.
Oh yeah, I would love season 2 of Upload. That's the Amazon one where, like, your consciousness gets uploaded after you die, right? I'm thinking of the right one? I think that's that one. Season 1 of that was really interesting, too. I like that a lot.
Oh, have you come to see our new moon? Oh, you're in for a treat.
Guess that's all I got to say. I was distracted by talking about things I want to watch. Hello! Name is Tobias. He's not actually saying any of that, right? That's like giving me a headache. Hi, Jason. Break this pot for you. Okay. Hang on, I have to jump down this, like, two-way street.
Good morning, world! It's a beautiful day! My favorite kind!
I like this guy.
Any second now.
Got a 2, is that good?
Oh, cursed 2. Though I suppose you can't have the sweet without the sour. Attention to town. Now hear this. The queen is rolled. Her will is now manifest. Long may she reign. Random rules.
Oh, a 2! What a delightful...
Way to make a perfectly awful day even worse.
Eeyore, is that you?
Another dreary day, everyone. Just muddle through this horrid life until death finally claims us.
The cutscene of everyone reacting to a 2 without giving any context of what that means for a minute reminds me of one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series edits. He uploaded a few Season 0 episodes, which are like from before the card game was part of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. And like in it, there were a lot of games of like skill/chance that were played with like super high stakes. Usually the main character would be playing against like some super shady person, and like something super awful would happen to the loser, like they would die or something. In the abridged edit of one of those, it's like the two of them are doing this weird game of chance, and it just cuts to Yugi, and he's like, "Look, the Queen of Spades, you die." Beat the game and still don't understand either. That's either a good or a bad sign, but I'll take it as a positive. Play Street, Cellar Street. Probably want that. 2 Town Square.
You
Fish
don't
person.
belong here.
Oi, what are you looking at?
Oh, I know you didn't just talk to me like that.
No, I know I did. We've got enough problems here without strange weirdos wandering around town.
Nothing wrong with being weird.
Just keep telling yourself that, kid. And while you're at it, tell yourself that you're not missing anything by having just one personality. I seen you when the dice got rolled. You didn't change a bit. That tells us you're not from Two Town. I reckon you're a oner, and you don't belong here.
Okay.
It seemed to even that there were two sides to every story, especially here in Two Town, where even the residents seemed to be of two minds.
Okay. Even more money I can't spend, but I also got a trophy. Can't talk to Zombie Man? How about Wolf Guy? No. Different than the one I just did, right? Hey everyone, look how much money I had. Always just a place to steal money from Laps. It was 420 monetary units. Oh, look at this. Hey, it's Jason.
Oh, hey, I've got cards to trade. Cards. I got cards here, the greatest cards in the land, from my body to your hands.
Why am I not making eye contact? Is your body a store?
Yes, but was I born with a store for a body? Or did I somehow force my body to become a store? Well, you'll never know, because you'll become instantly distracted by all of the fantastic cards I have for sale.
Is something wrong with me?
Oh, I can tell you've got an eye for cards. Always terrific to meet another connoisseur. Manny Dex, at your service.
I definitely have an interest in cards.
Naturally! You know, I've often been heard to remark that life is like cards. It's not so much the cards you've got, but how you play them, yeah? Plus, life is also small, cheap, and random, and yet utterly enchanting. All like cards, isn't it? Now listen, since you're a fellow connoisseur, and since business is slow, I'm gonna do you a solid, mate. Old Manny Dex is gonna give you a lovely binder to hold your cards in, on the house. We'll
Are
just
you the
need
house?
to teach you how to use it.
Oh, good. Pierre says I'm probably facing the wrong way because that's where I was facing when I interacted with him. But, like, we have the technology, right? I feel like we have the technology for that to just look like a sane interaction. Cool, I have a card binder. This is the card binder. You can look at it. Hovering over a card in your deck or inventory will generate a card description, title, effect, and type. Weapon, damage, defense, hazard, cheat. Your inventory, where cards that you are not currently in your deck are located. Okay? This is your deck. Cards you can bring into battle are listed here. If the deck has listed 15 cards, it's filled with random cards from your inventory. Right now you own less than 15 cards, but once you have 16 or more... Okay.
Now then, what with that shiny new binder with all those blank pages in it, you're probably in the market for some new cards, eh? Well, good news! It
Luckily,
just
my
so
body
happens
is a
I've got the
shop.
greatest cards in the land from my body to your hands. Ha ha! And at the best
Talking to a
prices,
walking
too.
wardrobe store, nothing looks like a sane interaction. I'll give you that. I would like to shop. Oh dear, some of these cards are quite expensive. Not much to see here, so let's rectify that right away. It's booster packs! Do I have to pick one, or do I get all of these? I don't think I have any damage type cards yet. I have at least one cheat and at least one hazard and multiple weapons. Yeah, I think cheat, right? You just get added to shop. I don't get any of them. The unlocked cards are now available for purchase. See the coin counter to the right. Coin spent in the store fills up the coin counter. When it's full, you get to choose a new pack of cards to add to the assortment. The more cards you buy, the more cards will be made available. Something special in store for the most loyal of customers. Oh, I think this is what I had in the tutorial, right? Hammer of 2 requires 3 tokens, which is kind of a lot. Critical 20. Summons a demonic icosahedron that damages any being in its path and bounces off anything it hits. It exists for 20 seconds. Time trap. Summon a clock that slows down adversaries caught in its pocket dice mention. Summon Witch of the Valley's bubble shield. Fully shields even for 1 hit. Each crystal is worth more. Increases the speed of drawing cards. That doesn't seem. Blacksmith's blink. When performing a blink dodge, your weapon's durability does not deplete for a short period. I feel like Critical 20 is the most exciting of these. Kind of like Una's Embrace. Lucky Draw is just a guaranteed extra card token whenever you play it. I don't think that's quite right. Well, when you say card token, you mean at... Well, it's not guaranteed, because, like, it's... The way I'm interpreting this, at least, is, like, when you, like, slingshot their blue parts, you know, they drop the crystals, and the crystals are worth more towards filling up card draw, and once you have a full hand, you can throw the dice. So, like, I get how it's useful, but it's not very exciting to spend a whole card token on it. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm looking at Quick Draw, not Lucky Draw. Yeah, Lucky Draw is pretty good. But I feel like if I was going to buy this, I would want more things that are more expensive? Maybe that's not true. No, I should probably just buy this. The only other thing I'd get is Uma's Embrace. Seems okay, but not great either. No, you're right, that's my bad. If I get like 10 more money units, I'll probably buy a fish shield.
Oi, oi, Medidex here, Cardiff.
Even was beginning to learn a lot about this new part
Well,
of
Jason's
Random,
still here.
but not, unfortunately, how to escape it. The door was locked. Perhaps someone nearby was in possession of a key.
Does it strike anyone else as odd that, like, basically all of the same characters? I mean, like, I think the idea is that, like, these are different species of people, and, like, they just happen to live in similar distributions in each of the 6 worlds or something. Which I guess makes sense. But, I don't know. I sort of just gotten the impression that most of the characters in the world were, like, unique entities.
Have you seen the Upside Down Town? I'm building it.
Upside Downtown. That didn't go well in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
The flipped city in the sky. You can't miss it. It's not just me, of course. Lots of construction jobs up there. That whole site was designed by Her Royal Highness, the Queen. It's the ultimate expression of Two-Town. Name's Smokey, by the way.
There's two towns?
That's it. That's exactly it. Everything must have its other half. It's only natural. Some call the Upside Downtown a mere distraction, a minor obsession of the Queen designed simply to keep us all busy. You know what those people are called?
Correct.
Ha! Good one. No, they're traitors. They're obviously
No, they're
traitors.
criminals. Good
It's
guess,
the
though.
ultimate expression of Two-Town, what it was always meant to be. Two cities in one.
He is presumably not key friend. Oh, it's just like a dude hanging out.
It was the Queen's royal robot guards. She had to think fast. She had to roll the dice.
Okay, so. What's this thing I got again? No, everything costs one less, which is good if I intend to cast at least two things. If I use this now, I would need 3 total tokens to cast everything, but that also doesn't make sense because it's like 2 weapons. Use this, I go down to 1, then I get another one. Yeah, I don't think that does anything in this hand. Get another thing, and then summon sword and summon evil die. Now I don't know how to use a damage card necessarily. Okay. That's his path of damage. The fact that it like moves while doing that is a little confusing. I'm like, do I need to place the die? Yeah, the die's not reliable, but it's fun. D20. The spooky dodge is interesting. It feels like a weird addition to the system.
Over here, Dicey!
Oh, cool, it knocked him down when I called the die back. Wasn't aware of that being a thing. I kind of like hazard and damage cards. The weapons are trickier to use than I had sort of expected, looking at, like, game content. It's possible evil die hits me, I wasn't clear on that. Set that. I blow up the thing. Oh, okay. Oh, how about just continues, huh? Interesting. I haven't had that happen yet, I don't think. Feels weird that this kind of like happened in the middle of the street. I'll roll with it. Mostly because, you know, it's a die game. Knock that fool down. Apparently my hand's full. Whee! Not a great result. Let's see. Right now, if I use the boon card, then that means I have a free healing spell that does nothing, a free recharge to my weapon, which does little, and then I could spend this on the bomb. Guess that's fine. I think bomb is my favorite card I have so far. He flew much further than I was expecting and threw off my tactics. Well, that's not really where I wanted that guy to spawn. Yeah. Ooh. This feels like a scenario where we're probably going to find out one way or another if the ricochet from Evil D20 damages me. But this positioning is just very good. I might as well recharge sword. I was really expecting, for some reason, and I don't actually think I have a good reason for thinking, but I was expecting the die to like, hit both of them. The D20, and it did not do that. Got pizza? That's a good find, Zaculin. Keep wanting to do something interesting with this die other than just hitting a person. Let's see how this plays out. I mean, that went pretty well, but not for the reasons that it should have. I don't think this guy was here before. I think he's a Johnny-come-lately to this party.
Get him, Dicey!
Got a 2. Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, that's, I think that's a lot of the fun of any, like, card-based game is sort of, like, figuring out what works well at all, what works well together, what things are sort of strategies. I'm a little disheartened by how expensive the cards were at the shop because I feel like it will, at the rate I've collected money, it seemed like a lot until I realized it's like buying 2 cards from the shop. And so, like, I feel like that'll be a little trickier than I was hoping. If I use the boon, I get a free heal, and then, like, weapon garbage. I mean, I think it still makes sense because I think it's just like heal and probably bow and arrow. With the cheat card. That's not really. I thought one arrow was going to kill that guy. That was pretty good. I mean, I suppose it should be. It is a 2-cost weapon. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize I actually still had sword. Oh, I got a bunch of money from it. I could buy a thing. Also weird that the game hinted I would find the key from a nearby person, when in fact I should wander down the street and oppose the Queen's Guard. But sure, that's fine, I guess. Now, where am I currently at this moment? There's the gate, which I'm gonna ignore. I got money.
Been dealt a bad
Here
hand, have
before.
you? Oh, never mind. Trade it in for a new one with me. Old Manny Dix.
First I thought I was gonna really want to be heavy on weapons, but like it doesn't seem all that great to stock up on a ton of weapons. I think I'm just gonna buy the 2 cards I was debating before, even though I think having that many lucky draws, the way my deck looks right now, is not that great. I got a golden pin. Can be used in the dice mention using up and down arrows to save a card in your hand. Oh, okay. That's it. Oh, and I get new cards for shop. I think it adds all of these, right? Is how this works? Wasn't clear to me before. I think that's what it does. Crystal Curse. When breaking crystals attached to an adversary, they also take damage for 30 seconds. Explosive dice. Dice turns into a bomb. He explodes in 9 seconds. Unlike even, Dicey will survive the explosion. Oh, okay. Sometimes you have to buy stuff you don't want to get new packs. That makes sense. Although this early, I don't think you probably want to do that. Just because everything goes in your deck. Alright, blink attack. Blink dodge through enemies, they take damage. I don't think I love blink dodging through people. It's not an extremely far dodge. Anyway, none of this really. Just looking at the new stuff. Let's go open the gate. Green light is go! I appreciate it, Pyrrha. I appreciate you being here to help and not backseating. Balance is friendly and amenable.
Cellar Street Socks. Sock 2-packs. One for each of you. It's the perfect pair for the perfect pair.
I need you to clarify. Your idea of a sock 2-pack, is that 2 socks that we each wear one of? Oh god, I broke the thing.
Ah, you're already wearing socks. Come back when you need new ones.
The individual's name is Schmeat Lumpkin?
Cellar Street Socks. Get your socks here.
Get your pre-chewed food here. Smooth
Ooh.
and silky. Food's not nice unless it's been chewed twice.
Hey, how come I can't spend any money on that?
Hey,
You
kid!
want a free sample
I'm
of
selling
super
crispy
juice?
twigs here.
Too bad.
Crispy twigs to try.
Like, you want a free sample? No.
Here's the boy. More party pancake.
Oh.
Why the long face? I feel like it's more like a long torso.
I need inspiration. I'd trade my Gubblegregor for a flash of genius. I'm through Pipkin,
want
by
that?
the way. I am an artist, but not with paints or music. My art is the art of trading, and I want to push the art forward. Trading Gubblegregors is so routine. I want to trade something that hasn't been traded before. Say, you wouldn't be willing to trade for that costume your friend is wearing, are you?
As a matter of fact.
I figured. Probably wouldn't fit too many folks anyway. Plus, people have traded costumes before. If you ever have anything to trade, you'll come see me, right? Especially something unusual.
Sure.
Excellent. Keep your eyes peeled.
Bender, did you want me to talk to Neko? If it's this guy, I don't think there's actually dialogue here. I think he's just mad at me.
Crispy twigs.
a business
The
here.
crispiest in town.
Pretty sure most of these vendors are nonsense. I think through Pipkin is like a plot critical NPC.
Help! Help! I'm being attacked by robots!
Robots? Apparently I should go save that guy.
Two dice costume, kid. The heart of Two Town was even greater and bigger and scarier than in the most outlandish stories she'd heard the Junkers tell in Wanecroft.
Assume this is the way to go. Robots, I know. I wasn't expecting them here. Doesn't seem like the place to go at all. Seemed like I needed to go up, and this was the way. Oh, there's something over there. Whee! How to get up to that height?
Hi, I'm Harry Twofold.
This something?
That's a spiffy dice costume, kid.
Why is everyone here suddenly
My grandmother told me about
convinced that this is a dice costume? Is that a normal thing people do around here? Trying to find you, friend. Are you near? Oh, there you are. Got not a whole bunch, huh? Well, I mean, if we ever wanted to figure out if the ricochet was deadly to us, this extremely small arena seems like a good place to try, huh? Should probably at least try and shoot this in a way that it will hit them more than it hits me. Tricky card to apply, frankly. Really do anything meaningful? So I guess I'll just... and break one of their crystals. I managed to hit that guy twice. Not nothing. I'm really low rolling this combat so far. I like that the shield spell costs 0. I don't know if that card's actually any good, but it seems like something. Bomb is my favorite. Shield probably pairs well with explosive type cards if I'm going to be doing more of those. Physics is not always realistic, but when the enemies get knocked back, it's kind of satisfying. Woohoo, cards. I really thought that was gonna work. Luckily I had shield! It's my good friend Bomb again, huh? Okay, hang on. If I spend 1 and go up to 3, then I can spend 1. Make the 2s each cost 1. This card is good, but it requires a lot of small number math. And we don't have to worry a lot about the shield being good. It was mostly amusing as to like whether it's something that's actually worth putting in your deck. But it doesn't seem bad. Doo-doo-doo. I mean, it's fine, right? We can't have multiple weapon, huh? I'm only just now noticing the way those icons actually work over by the health bar. Get wrecked, idiots. More of you, eh? I forgot I wasn't holding my aim. A very small area to fight this many dudes. Okay, was absolutely trying to attack the almost dead guy in the process of attacking me, and not the nothing enemy, like, trying to, like, poke me. I ran out of arrows. I'll do this then. For some reason I thought I still had 1. Let's do shield. Feet. Your sword. Then evil D20. I think this will do something.
You saved my bacon there, kid.
I did it! Can't see the icons anyway. That's fair, I guess, huh? That's not the right. I want the unlock and... Whee! Oh no, cards live over here, huh? Is there a corner where something doesn't live in the interface? Maybe upper left? I think top left is best. I think some of the Combat stuff is still top right? Really sure? I think top left is best. Really is narrow though, huh? The gauge?
Look, let me repay you. With a deal. I'm looking
Card
to trade a
tokens is
weird-looking four-sided
Yes,
skull
card
for a
tokens.
Gubblegregger. That'll be just the thing I need to Gubblegreg my way out of future robot trouble. What do you say, kid?
I really need you to define this word.
You don't know what a Gubblegregger is? Forget it then, kid. But, you know, do come back if by any chance you happen to find one.
So, is this whole town a trade quest? Is that what's happening? I wasn't paying attention to this guy. What did he want?
You don't know what a Gubblegregger is? Forget it then, kid. But do come back if by any chance you happen to find
Is he wants the Gubblegregger. Give me a Gubblegregger if I get him something unique. Which isn't the absolute most helpful. I think I know where this goes, huh? Listen to the area I thought I would use to get up to him. It was like something. Maybe this isn't the place I thought it was. I'm just let. Oh no, this is it. Money. Give to me it.
Hi! Hello!
Considering that I myself am a twin, it seems odd for me to react to other twins by saying, I get it, you're twins. But I'll do it anyway.
Indubitably, we're twins. We finish each other's sentences. We double each other's happiness. We share each other's husbands. We multiply each other's... Wait, what? What?
Was that last
you
part?
said we share each other's husbands.
Is that...
I don't! You've been kissing my husband? Oh my god! Two-timer! It's double the fun! Please excuse us. We need to talk about this. Sorry.
Awkward. I'm getting pretty much every place I've been in this
Who
game
wants
is
to buy a word?
a
Here's
mystery.
one for free. Syzygy.
Apparently I can't use my hard-earned money to buy a word. Yeah, this whole town's a trade quest, right? I guess that's true, that we would both have the same die day. But why are our character models so extremely similar then?
Hello! Can I interest you in a potion?
Sure.
Wait a minute. I don't know you. I only sell potions to my regular customers. I don't give out my art willy-nilly. You're not from around here, are you? You must feel lost. It would be logical to give her a summary of the town that she finds herself in. I was getting to that. Jeez. It would be logical of me to give you a summary of the town you find yourself in. As you may have noticed, we're big into duality here, even though it has its not unsubstantial downsides. By the card makers, I'm speaking, Jorid! Split personality, though ours is more unfortunate than most. Jared and I don't agree on very much these days.
You're in business together?
Yes, though, more by necessity than choice. Don't tell him, but my business partner lacks the imagination.
Definitely hear you. He's on the other side of your skull.
Imagination? You're a mad scientist! You lack the business acumen, or even the base financial literacy to... Don't start with me, Jorid. As you can see, Jorid and I are in conflict a lot. We want different things in business, in life, in love. In that some of us don't want love because it's an
Do you think that these two share each other's husbands?
And some of us want to get mad kissy. Also, we are at loggerheads over the direction of our business. But not for long. I am working on a potion to decide this once and for all.
As Ditto in chat puts it, potion seller, I'm going into battle and I require your strongest potion.
Yes, a potion to decide who is in charge. Whoever drinks it will be the leader once and for all, regardless of what the dice say. Which will be me. You misspoke, as anyone could clearly see that I am intended to be the one in charge. If you simply reason it out, you'll see that, you know what? I have had it with your condescending and your precious logic. An emotional and frankly embarrassing
It kind of just feels like an
response,
awful
dare I
lot
say,
of these two characters who I don't think are that important to the plot.
You two enjoy talking. I'm out of here. La 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 la, can't hear you. La 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 la, can't hear you. Ah, we have a few moments of privacy. There is one thing. That potion I mentioned. I need ingredients to finish it. And I'm afraid time is of some matter because my partner is working on a similar potion. One that will lock me out for good. It's logical, therefore, that I finish my potion first. So, if you'd be so kind as to find what I need before that happens, I would appreciate it.
Anyway, chat, should we take sides? I also like Demolition's suggestion. If we hook up the uncomfortable twins with these two guys, then it's the same husband, sort of. At the very least, they can all get mad kissy. Things can only be even or odd, but how do we determine what is even and what is odd? I mean, we can assign these options to even and odd. Alright, even I'll do it, odd I won't, I guess. Even, I'll do it.
I can barely hear you with these fingers in my ears, but that sounded like a yes? Excellent. I require 3 bloobs. Unremarkable organisms distinguished by their loud screams. Listen for their sounds, and you'll find them. And don't worry about harvesting them for my experiments. My research indicates that it is actually quite ethical and logical for me to do this.
That sounds sciencey. What if the bloobs don't want to become soup?
I assure you it makes no difference to them. They loathe their existence all the same.
It's true, we do know where to find 2 bloobs.
Find 3 bloobs for me.
Which sounds raunchier than it actually
is. I need. Oh, and there's a
Except we can't actually get back.
reward in it for you. In conclusion, what I've said is highly intriguing, and if I were you, I'd go find those bloobs. Promptly. Farewell, kind stranger. He's gone, yeah?
I mean, he's right there, though.
Perfect! Listen, before you go, that potion that we're working on, I need ingredients first to finish it. Because as soon as he gets control again, my partner is going to invent a potion to lock me out for good! There's no stopping him. It's logical. So, if you'd be so kind as to find what I need before that happens, I'd be much obliged.
I like that I still get this option again, so I can be like, hey, I'm not a murderer. Here says I haven't met any organism that has not aspired to become soup. Amen to that. I mean, listen, the purpose for everything is that all is fuel for the magma.
Perfect! Oh, perfect! Okay, I'll need 3 bloobs, same as him, but you need to give them to me. Oh, and there's a reward in it for you. I know, it's so intriguing. If I were you, I'd go find those ingredients to discover what it is.
That's a good question, Echo. I don't know why they would ask me to help after specifically saying that they don't trust me because I'm not a regular. Desperation? Maybe they think the regulars will take sides with the other one? I don't know.
Behold, the door to Three Town. Alas, the door was sealed shut, and only a roll of a 3.
Yeah, and the game hasn't let us figure out what pips are yet,
was
so...
1 dot short. He could only roll a 1 and a 2, and even would have to find a way to upgrade him.
Strange. What's up with these little guys? Well, I wonder if they could fix you.
Has it really been established that he's broken? Like, knowing how dice work, I understand that this is true. But in the fiction of the world... Oh, okay, this is just suddenly happening now. Reach the end? Board game arena?
Dice and defeat all enemies. It's that simple.
You're stuck in a giant board game. This is a special type of encounter where, in order to win, you must complete an objective. The goal of this board game is simple. Bring the playing piece to the end tile. Rolling dicey, the playing piece will take an amount of steps equal to the roll's result as soon as you unfreeze time. When the playing piece lands on this tile, a slow time bubble will spawn there. Any adversaries or projectiles caught inside will be slowed down. And the playing piece here, and a treasure bird comes flying over the arena. Shoot it to make it drop treasure. Sort of understand? A shield bubble card. I hit the right guy while shooting the left one. But to move 1, huh? It seems to spawn treasure birds, so that's not nothing. Get my shield. I get to play all of the cards in my hand.
It seemed as though Dicey was affecting that giant board game.
Treasure bird! Do that more than once? Or is that my free treasure? I'm gonna assume at this point that I have obtained my free treasure, and I should be happy about it. What did we get? It is a 2. And it's not particularly interesting. We can recharge our weapons. I've done a lot of damage to them, huh? That is a blank space. I'm assuming that if I kill these guys, there's just gonna be more guys, right? Because the goal is to get to the end. So we're gonna try. bow and arrow is a pretty good weapon, I think, overall. Oh, I spawned a gun wizard. I think that's probably a Yu-Gi-Oh card? It's actually probably, like, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Do that before I get shot. I did finally draw a shield again. Gonna land on Treasure Bird. That's good. I mean, I should probably try to kite enemies over towards the stun spaces when I have a chance of rolling to them. Just something I thought about before and then just didn't do it. Assume... Oh, I actually can have multiple shields? That's rad. I didn't expect that that would be true. Ding!
Treasure to the board game.
It blew up his fence pretty good. And this also gives me a chance to get my treasure. That's a lot more treasure than I noticed getting the first time. Luckily, the dice seems to be completely invincible. So I can just sort of like run him over there. Hypothetically, if I could move this guy, I might want him to come over here. But I don't think I can do that. I don't think move works that way. I'm gonna take bow and arrow. Wow, what a lame thing. Completely changed my camera angle mid-shot from him, so I just got a blast in the face. It's so stupid.
We're nearing the end of this board game now.
Oh, now the treasure birds are bad guys, huh? Rude. Assume that generates dice points, or whatever they're called. Someone who was paying attention earlier. The far guy got near. I don't think I got that. So, if I... and then use the -1 cost, it still doesn't do anything. I would have needed to roll a 2. Called Dice Energy? Probably. Oh no, he played this entire game without noticing the treasure birds and got no treasure? That's a bummer. I think I've landed on all the treasure bird spaces, which is cool. Probably a good result, assume. I feel like this is a great time for bomb. But when is it ever not a good time for bomb? Bomb's like the best card. Part of me wants to hit it with my sword so that I don't waste the arrow, but I think that's probably bad.
A slow time bubble.
Oh shoot, that time I could have actually used that, huh? I think that was worth tanking the hit for. Hey, that's neat. That's like way more effective than I thought that would be. I got a 2. Hey, I got my shield back. Yeah, I like the shield card. I like shield and bomb. These are my favorite cards. Probably want... Sword stack 2? No? No? I think I'll be able to hit him, but I think I might as well try. It's gonna move over here. And I presumably any die roll after that wins the day. I like that it moves the camera in that weird, useless way. I mean, since I don't actually get a benefit from killing stuff, I don't think. Probably does make more sense to just, like, not kill everything. Keep, like, a simple enemy group. Whatever you determine that to be. But, I mean, I didn't come here to not bomb. It says, I say we invest in Big Hammer. Maybe. Big Hammer seems decent. Game Master. If a board game piece is present, it moves one additional tile, then draw a new card. Cantrip. What does it cost, though? I feel like that's a really important part of evaluating a card. I think I actually got all the bonus treasure possible. So that does seem like a pretty lucky series of rolls. Somewhere in this area is a shop guy, right? Manny Dexterous or whatever? Here. Exactly where I wasn't looking. Hang on. I can actually buy anything I want right now. I mean, hammers on, right? Can't decide if explosive dice is like any good at all. My hammer. Yeah, I guess that's expensive enough. We can't do anything else with it.
Bad hand, have you? Oh, never mind. Trade it if.
Cards do we have total?
New one with me, old Manny Dex.
Guessing these question mark guys are all like their whole own quests.
Child, yes, you. Come closer.
I don't really want to talk to you. You're a very upsetting individual. I'll be totally honest with you. Something about the camera in this game has been giving me a low-grade headache for most of the stream. Being that it is 9 o'clock Pacific time, I think I might just call it, like, a little on the order.
Dang little blue critter!
But, how do I save? I mean, it probably saved either when I bought or when I ended that quest, right? Seems like we're in autosave territory. It's so spooky. Alright. Saving, saved. Okay. So I'm curious, what do people think of the game so far? I definitely don't hate it. It has some roughness around the edges that keep me from, like, loving it. Echo says, I'm sure the shopkeeper keeps saying many decks. Yeah, it definitely, I don't disagree. Yeah, I feel you, Demolition. I think my own headache it's tough. I find myself increasingly not enthusiastic about 3D games because it's possible for the camera to sort of trigger motion sickness in me, and then then I get these headaches that aren't great. I like the world. I like some of the characters. I feel like some of the characters are trying really hard, and I feel like I'd sort of prefer a model where like we get some background characters in like the two-way street or whatever who just say a couple one-liners and maybe they're funny or maybe they're not. And then like have a few characters that you interact with more who are a little more fleshed out or something. Like I appreciate that the world is rich enough that there's a lot of characters to talk to, but then I feel like almost obliged to talk to all of them, and some of them don't necessarily seem like they're all that helpful or interesting. Like the having gotten a little bit more used to the combat system, I do feel like parts of it are kind of unintuitive, but like you do sort of adapt to it relatively quickly. I again, I sort of wish that cards weren't so expensive relative to how quickly you earn money, just because like I feel enthusiasm towards trying out different cards, but like that the rate of doing that's a little bit. Yeah, it's a little like that Demolition. There's world building and then there's being talked to. There's definitely some amount of these characters that feel like they're talking at me more than I'm like having a discussion about the world or like learning stuff in it. Pure, who's played this before, says has a lot of flaws, but I look more at it as a foundation for future installments. Did a lot of things and didn't master any of it. Yeah, I can see that. Have they said anything about like DLC or like expanding on this world or anything, Pure? I genuinely don't know very much about the game outside of what I've played and a couple things you've mentioned. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm in a similar place where most of chat's at. How do we feel about continuing next week? Are those of you who aren't as big of fans so off of it that you would prefer to just not play it? Or you think we could give it at least another week? This is 2-4? How do you mean 2-4? 2 out of 4? Oh, you mean 2 out of the 4 games? Yeah. I mean, it's like there's one of the 4 will be released by next weekend. Yeah. Yes. I mean, Strangeland was like an absolute great game. I was very much into that. Said they were excited to create their own IP, not given any indication of any expansions, but because they're excited about it, you'd expect them to expand it. Yeah, get that. I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me. No, we didn't beat Strangeland, but like Strangeland, to my knowledge, is quite short. I think that it gets one more stream and then we probably beat it. Probably. I don't know this for sure, but the knowledge I have from a couple different sources suggests that it's like roughly 6-ish hours long. Okay, let's do this. Well, yeah, I mean, definitely happy to give it a try. I also really appreciate you hanging out and giving the stream a try, Pure. Especially since I know if you disagree with the streamer, sometimes it could be a turnoff. But I appreciate you being here and helping and open-minded. Again, it's not that I dislike this game or think that it's bad. It's just not my favorite. It doesn't quite execute things as well as I'd hoped, based on like some of the stuff I saw. So, yeah, it's true. The coder for Strangeland is evidently being forced to make the game against their will. Yeah, no, that's like the second time that's ever happened. It's funny because we were talking about that at some point in the stream where I was like, yeah, there's like exactly one time had something like that happen. It was like Mages of Mistralia, because like Zacula was saying he was playing some game and like got to interact with someone who worked on it, like a voice actor, I think. And we had that conversation, and then like 15 or 20 minutes later, one of the coders, and then I don't know precisely what the position of the other person was, but they just like showed up and were like, "Yeah, thanks for playing our game." And it's like, "This game was great. Thank you for making it." So how about this? So next Friday we'll do Strangeland. Next Saturday maybe we'll try the game that comes out this week of the 4 that I had planned for the month. And then figure out what to do from there. Gosh, the headache's really getting to me. Yeah, that makes sense to me too, Pure. I mean, like, there's lots of, like, little things, right? It's again, it's not that I think the game is bad, but, like, there's a lot of, like, little gripes I have that keep me from, like, really getting invested. And I think one of them is, like, pacing. Like, I feel like I wanted combat to start a little bit earlier in the game, and I definitely feel like I want a little bit more sense of progression towards the deck building. Like, it feels a little weird to me, personally, that, like, the cutoff for, like, a normal deck size is, like, 15 cards, and after all the effort I've put in, I still don't have, like, a normal full deck size or whatever. But yeah, and I'm not saying we wouldn't come back to this, but, like, I think at this point I'm more excited for the other games, so I think next Friday we'll do Strangeland, next Saturday we'll do other game. I genuinely don't ever remember the name of it, Demolition, but it comes out like this week, right? That's what you were pitching to me. The overall feeling is meh. Got some good things. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think that's about right, Neko. Like, I'm really not trying to, like... Yeah, you can say the name. At this point, I think I'm beyond being coy about any of the things. It's like Inscription? Yeah, Inscription. And I haven't played the demo. It looks very spooky and atmospheric. Yeah, and then House of Ashes, which, like, both of those games I just have trouble remembering their names, which is part of it. But yeah, Inscription looks very spooky and atmospheric, and it looks like it's sort of a Hand of Fate style strategy card dice thing, which, you know, I am interested in that. And I don't know, it feels like that might be a little bit more straightforward and maybe a little less headachy for me, which might be nice. But, you know, I could see revisiting this for various reasons. The Halloween stream is a little up in the air still. It might depend on how long it takes to do, like, House of Ashes, for example, and stuff like that. Another option that's still kind of on the table, but I'm pessimistic about it, mostly because I'm feeling very, I don't know, I feel like it's just been really difficult to motivate myself to do stuff over the last, like, week or so I don't know if I will get everything done needed to bring a more aspirational offering for the Halloween Spooktacular on the 31st itself. But yeah, alright, we got a game plan. I appreciate everyone coming out and checking out this game. You know, I think it's a cool game. It's maybe just, like, not 100% for me, but I think it's cool. It's definitely the sort of thing where, like, it could, like, open up a little bit once got some more customizing options and things. It's just feels like a lot of time investment to, like, get to that point, I guess. So we'll put it on the back burner, maybe come back to it later. For now, though, as with all streams, I will point out that there's one unfinished order of business, and that is that somewhere on this couch behind me is located Secret Squirtle. I've hidden a Squirtle behind, under, or near something that you can see on the couch. If you can see a Squirtle, it's not a secret. But I'm told that it is an omen of good fortune in the week to come if you're able to locate the Secret Squirtle. I'll give you all a chance to consider the tableau of stuffed friends behind me and see if you can locate the Secret Squirtle while I enjoy some of this 100% juice apple. What is up with the couch? How do you mean, Sarah? Do you feel like there is something out of the ordinary with the couch? The couch itself? What's going on with the middle couch cushion? Oh, it just... I don't know. Weird futon couch has been futoned out of shape for a while. I probably, like, sat on it weird at some point and shifted it. It just does this. Alright, let's gather some guesses, huh? Behind Pusheen, and Ceratops, Pirate Eevee, under Eeyore, Pusheen, maybe under Pooh Bear. Well, you're just in time for Secret Squirtle, Zacula. I don't actually remember if you played this game along with us, or if you're genuinely too cool for it. But I'm just about to go reveal the Secret Squirtle's location, but I'll give you a moment to try and guess if you'd like. I think we settled on... I'm not sure that we will play this game next Saturday. We're going to try some of the other spooky games that we have in the roster. Squirtle tree. I mean, it would be really ambitious to try and hide the Squirtle under the futon couch mattress, but I have done some weird stuff in the past. I feel like a lot of the guests were focused around here by Pusheen and Eeyore. Get that out of the way first. Hiding behind Pusheen and under Eeyore are a combination of this Master Yoda hanging out by himself and our good friend Wally. Guests around here, behind Ceratops and under Winnie the Pooh. Really just sort of Brachiosaurus' tail hiding behind fruit here, amongst the bread. Of Red Power Ranger. While he's standing on top of our giant baguette pillow, right under him is this very small Spider-Man. I can tell you at this time that hiding under Pirate Eevee behind Brown Bear, 4 Squirtles. Treasure trove, secret Squirtles. Why did I do this? I don't know. I thought it would be really fun. It's not all of the... Here's the problem. My biggest Squirtle doesn't hide well behind most things. And with so much of the space behind Brown Bear already taken up by 4 other Squirtles, I was like, I don't think I can make that work without it being very obvious. Well, consider it this way, Zacula. All those Squirtles were hiding in one place. I don't see how that even bends the spirit of the rules all that much. Plus, there is precedent that when we completed Darkest Dungeon, I hid all of the Squirtles simultaneously, and chat managed to find them without knowing that that was the case, which was great. I do kind of need some bigger things to hide more. I mean, I think generally it is correct to have 1 Squirtle hiding per week. But I think it's fun to mix it up like this every now and then. But you do sort of need plush toys of various sizes in order for this to work. Must be a science for me by now. I mean, a lot of thought has gone into this, and there's certain things that like work and don't work. But yeah, I think it was Neko who correctly guessed the location of all these secret Squirtles. Yeah, there you go. And as something resembling a prize, she asks to get a closer look at Pirate Eevee. Sure. Very good one. My sister got me Pirate Eevee for... What was that? Was that a Christmas present? I think so. And I don't think she actually knew this, but I had seen images of this Eevee online, and I really wanted it, but I think you had to, like, import it? I think it was either Japanese or, like, from the Pokemon Center in New York, and, like, either way I wasn't going to be able to get it. And then she just, like, got it for me, and I was, like, low-key ridiculously excited about it. Because here's the thing, Eevee is one of my 2 favorite Pokemon, but, like, Drifblim is probably in my top 6. So it's Eevee, wearing like a Driftblim pirate outfit. It's like one of the best things I can imagine. It's like very good. I too am glad that you weren't Ninja Ditto. I know that it has weighed heavily on you. Regulus says, one of these days you're gonna big brain and hide it perfectly using the camera perspective behind where you sit. That's actually, Zacula, the origin of this game. Is that, you know, as decoration, I've pretty much, the entire time I've been streaming, you know, just decorated the space behind me with my plush toys. But, sometimes, you know, like I'd have, like, I'd take out a couple of the big ones and not sure if they'd fit, and I had, like, my biggest Squirtle was just sort of like sitting on the couch behind me, and if I moved, chat could see it, and they're like, hey, there's a Squirtle back there. And so then I started to specifically hide the Squirtle. Neko says, the Halloween Pokemon always come from the Japanese Pokemon Center. Yeah, that sounds right. I'm kind of surprised his tags aren't more obviously Japanese, which is the only reason I wasn't sure of that. But I definitely remember, like, thinking I would never be able to get this Eevee, and then now I have it, and it's very good. Very good Eevee. Love the Miss Magius Espeon. Remember that one. I'm sure it's great, though. Anyway, thank you to everybody for watching. It's been a lot of fun. I hope that you have had fun as well. Next week, like I said, we'll be back with Strangeland on Friday, and Saturday we will try Inscription and see how that plays out. Then we got House of Ashes coming up, and I'll work out the details of precisely what we do for Halloween. But it should be fun, hopefully. Yeah, I don't know. All the brain thoughts are leaking out of my skull head. I keep bombing more than I should. I gotta be honest. This game kind of made me tired. It's just, there's something about the camera movements that are just rough enough to, like, low-grade trigger motion sickness in me, and, like, over the course of the stream, it got kind of bad. Not, like, really bad, but, like, bad enough that, like, I don't feel great right now. So, yeah, those are games we'll play next week. Thanks to everybody for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I hope to see you again soon. All those spooky things are coming up. In the meantime, I hope everybody has a safe and happy week, and buy some candy. You're probably gonna need it. I'm encouraged to hear you say that to some extent, Demolition. Thanks for coming out of the lurk, Eevee Pointmaster. Thanks, everybody. It's been a whole lot of fun. I will see you soon. Have a great weekend, and be good. All right. Good night, everybody.